So in this video, we are going to perform virtual experiment on diode characteristics. As you can see on the OLED website, under physics section for class 12, experiment named diode characteristics is there. So click on it. Now as you can see, there are different tabs available such as theory, procedure, animation, simulator, and so on. So first we will go through theory part under the theory tab. So our objective or our aim is to draw VI characteristics curve for a PN junction diode in forward bias and reverse bias. Here we need to plot V versus I graph under different condition, that is on forward bias and reverse bias condition. So coming to the theory part, sometimes, semiconductors are materials with electrical conductivity intermediate between that of a conductor and insulator. Also, the thermal energy is enough to cause the number of electrons to release from valence band to conduction band in which they are relatively free. Some examples of semiconductors are silicon, germanium, arsenide, etc. Semiconductors are further divided into two types: intrinsic semiconductors and extrinsic semiconductors. Semiconductors which are purely semiconducting materials like crystalline form of germanium, silicon with equal number of electrons and holes are called intrinsic semiconductors. While the semiconductors with semiconducting materials which are added with suitable impurity atoms through doping are called extrinsic semiconductors. Now they are further divided into two types, that is P-type and N-type. P-type semiconductors are formed when trivalent impurities like boron, aluminium and gallium, indium and such types of impurities are added through doping are called P-type semiconductors, while N-type semiconductors are formed when pentavalent impurities are added like phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, etc. Now coming to semiconductor diodes, a diode is simply a combination of a P-type and N-type material. It is formed when P-type and N-type materials are joined with each other. Also, it has diodes have characteristics that they can pass current only in one direction. If no voltage is applied across the junction, electrons will diffuse through the junction to P sides and holes will diffuse the N side, as you can see in the figure. Here the region which is formed by the diffusion of holes and electrons is called the depletion layer, and also here electron field is also generated due to diffusion of electrons. So this electric field is known as barrier potential, gives rise to barrier potential, which try to oppose the further diffusion of carriers. Now coming to different types of biasing, there are mainly two types of biasing in diodes, that is forward biasing and reverse biasing. In forward biasing, when the positive junction diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, then this type of biasing is called forward bias. And when N-type is connected, N-type material of the PN junction diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and the negative terminal of the battery is connected to the P-type material of the PN junction diode, then this type of biasing is called reverse biasing. In forward bias, majority carriers from both sides move towards and move in the same direction and cross the junction, and current flows to the junction. Also, in this type of biasing, size of the depletion layer decreases, while in reverse biasing, majority carriers from both the sides move away from each other and no current flows to the junction. Unlike the forward biasing, in reverse biasing, the size of the depletion layer goes on increasing. Also, there is a very small current which is due to the movement of minority charge carriers across the junction. Now, coming to the characteristics of PN junction diode, it generally shows the relation between bias voltage and current of a diode. The VI characteristics of diode can be forward or reverse. The graph showing the forward bias voltage and forward current as is known as forward characteristics, and that showing the reverse bias voltage and is known as reverse characteristic. The graph for forward characteristics is non-linear. The forward current increases slowly in the beginning, as you can see, and shows a sudden rise at a certain value called the forward voltage, which is sometimes also told as knee voltage. This voltage is known as the threshold voltage. This is because the resistance is very low in forward bias condition. The current in the reverse bias is due to the flow of minority charge carriers. The reverse current shows a sudden increase at a particular region when the corresponding voltage is termed as breakdown voltage. So now moving to the procedure. So materials required for this type of experiment in real life are listed here. This is the circuit diagram for a forward bias condition of PN junction diode, and this is the circuit diagram for reverse bias condition. We will be using this in the simulator, which will be helpful for connecting the apparatus. So moving to that, as you can see, we have to take the observations for voltage and current for different conditions for forward bias and for reverse bias. After you have done that, we need to draw the graph for two situations, for forward bias and for reverse bias. Now moving to the simulator. So here you can see we need to connect the apparatus. For this, we can take the help of the circuit diagram, which can be viewed from here. Just simply click on it. So this is the circuit diagram for forward biasing. If you first need to do for reverse biasing, then also you can change it from here. As you can see, the PN junction diode is reversed, but we will start from forward biasing. So here we can see the positive terminal of the battery is connected to the positive terminal of the rheostat, and the negative terminal of the battery is connected to the switch. So firstly we will do that. Just drag and drop where you need to connect. So this is the positive terminal of the battery, and we will connect this to the positive terminal of the rheostat. Now we will connect the negative terminal of the battery to the switch. Now as we can see, the positive terminal of the voltmeter is also connected to the rheostat, and also the positive terminal of the PN junction is also connected to the positive terminal of the rheostat. So we will connect it. This is the positive terminal of the PN junction diode. This is the voltmeter and this is the ammeter. So we will connect the voltmeter, positive terminal of the voltmeter, to the negative terminal of the rheostat. Sorry, the positive terminal of the voltmeter to the positive terminal of the rheostat. Now we will connect the negative terminal of the PN junction diode to the positive terminal of the So we have connected the negative terminal of the ammeter to the positive negative terminal of the PN junction diode to the positive terminal of the ammeter. Now as you can see here in the circuit diagram, the negative terminal of the ammeter is also connected to the rheostat, and the negative terminal of the voltmeter is also connected to the rheostat. So we will connect that. Now only this switch is remaining, which is also connected to the rheostat, negative terminal of the rheostat. So we connect it. Now a pop-up box is viewing, which is telling to insert the key. So simply drag and drop near the point where you need to tap on it. So it will insert. So we will make the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius, that is our room temperature, and vary our rheostat resistance and take our observations for the voltage and the current for forward bias. So take an interval of 5 ohm resistance and simply note the voltage and current readings. Also here we can take any diode, but for our convenience we will take the 5711 diode. So we'll take our readings with an interval of 5 ohm resistance. As you can see, as we increase the resistance, the voltage and the current is also increasing. In a similar manner, you can also take the readings for reverse bias. Just change it to the reverse biasing mode and start again from 5 5 ohm resistance and take the readings. As you can see, after a certain level, the current value is not increasing in the reverse bias mode of the PN junction diode, which is due to when the barrier voltage becomes equal to the battery voltage, and so the current becomes constant. After taking the readings, we need to plot the graph of V versus I for the two conditions, that is forward bias and reverse bias, and you need to find out what is the knee voltage for the forward bias and what is the breakdown voltage for the reverse bias. Also, if you don't need to make two graphs, just make it in one. I'll just show you. Just like this. In the upper half, you can plot the graph of V versus I for the forward bias. In the lower half, you can plot V versus I for the reverse bias. So you don't need to do two different graphs. So after performing this experiment, these are the learning outcomes. So you will be able to understand PN junction diodes and their working. You will learn the different types of biasing in diodes. You will understand the concept of diode characteristics, and you will learn the different terms associated with the PN junction diodes. So this is it. Thank you all of you.